And if you're using your oil, just place a drop in the palm of the hand and then rub the hands together and just cup that oil or your palms of your hands over the nose. And let's breathe that oil in as we inhale into the belly. And that slow exhale back out. Taking a few more breaths of your oil, inhaling. Exhaling. One more. And then just bring the oil to an area of the body that may need it this morning. Whether that's just your hand on that area or massaging a little. Our oils are nature's gift to us. Using those healing powers of that oil, whatever you've chosen, as it works its way into the body. And then when you're ready, just let the palms come down to your mat, facing upwards, and just closing the eyes. So we're going to ease ourselves into our practice this morning, working through the whole of the body, muscle by muscle. But just for this moment, just take a little check-in here. How are you today? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling emotionally? Starting to lengthen your breath even longer as you inhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a pause, 2, 1, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that pause, 2, 1. Let's inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that pause, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take one more breath in your own time. Let's draw the legs together, link the fingers together and place your hands underneath your head, resting your elbows down on the floor. We're going to shift the legs over to the right side, walking as far as we can, and then doing the same with the head and the arms, creating that C shape. Sending that right elbow down towards the right ankle. And if you want to, you can always cross that left foot over the right, just intensifies that stretch a little more. Keep the shoulders, the elbows, the jaw soft. And inhale and exhale down the left side of the body. As you inhale and exhale, once again being aware of anything you feel. And just starting to maybe let go. Being present of the body lying on your yoga mat. We're going to shift our weight back to center, taking our time. And once we're there, we shift the legs to the left, keeping the feet together. And do the same with the left elbow, send it down towards that left ankle. The head is resting on the hands. And again, that option of crossing that right foot over the left. How does that right side feel? And you make your breath even longer. Last breath. Coming back to center. We're going to keep the hands where they are. Take a bend into the legs. Plant those feet on the mat. Push the lower back, lower spine into your mat. And just drop the knees to the right. Head can turn left or stay center. Inhale, knees to center. And send them over to the left. Again, you have that option with the head. Coming back to center. Release the hands, take a squeeze in of the knees, draw them in. Maybe bringing the head up as well, nose towards the knees. Dropping the head down. Send the arms long, palms facing each other. We're going to send the left leg long, bring up the head and hold. We're going to alternate, starting to warm up the solar plexus, the fire in the belly. You can always drop your head down if you need. Alternating legs. We've got 2 more. 1 more. Squeeze the knees back in, drop the head back down. Take that massage, that rock, side to side. Rolling yourself over to one side. Coming onto your knees, your hands into table. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift off the knees and hold. Still feeling that power in the belly. And then drop the right knee and drop the left. So alternate knees touching your mat. Just a gentle rock in the hips. Try not to sway them too much. Just keeping that control. Gaze is down. Alternate knees. And then hovering both knees, start to head back into your down dog, pushing back. Planting the hands down. Sending the legs long. And then drop the knees as wide as your mat. Send the big toes together. Head into your child's pose, dropping the forehead down. We're going to take a walk over to our right side all of the way. Left hand maybe on top of the right as you drop your forehead back down. Breathing back into that left side. Long breath. One more breath here. And then head over to that left side. Maybe that right hand is on top of the left, dropping the forehead back down. Finding that breath down the right side. One more breath. Coming back to center. Let's head into our down dog, back into those heels. Take a walk to the top of the mat. We're going to bring the feet together, legs together and fold. Inhale, coming up, reaching up. Exhale, elbows down, fingers wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze back, shoulders. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, squeeze. Last one, bringing the arms up, reaching up, looking up. And then exhale, fold down and back over those toes, top of the mat. Long spine when you're ready. Step back, right foot, drop that right knee down, come into your gentle lunge, bringing up the arms. Reaching up. Exhale, squeeze the elbows, maybe look up here and hold. Plant those hands back down, step it into your plank. You can drop your knees if you need. Take a little sway side to side, working into the hips. Into that core once again. And then lower down to your mat. Relax the toes as you roll to your cobra, and we're going to head back into that child's pose, dropping the head down. Finding that long breath, easing into our practice. Coming back to that ritual of our practice. Coming into down dog. We're going to take that walk, that step, top of the mat. Feet come together and fold. Inhale, rise up, palms together. Exhale, squeeze those elbows back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last one, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs, top of the mat, dropping the head. We're going to send that left leg back, left knee down, low lunge, bringing up the arms, holding here. And then we're going to peel those elbows back once again. Maybe the gaze is up, maybe that gaze is forward. Plant those hands down, step it back to your plank. Last rock side to side. You always have that option of dropping your knees. Lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. Head into your balasana. Rolling forward on the knees, dropping back down to your mat. Roll to your cobra. Head into your balasana. Coming forward once again, knees, chin, chest down. Roll up. Head into balasana. One more, coming forward, maybe on the toes, and lowering down to your mat. Rolling up. Heading back into balasana. Down dog when you're ready. Little bit of distance in the feet, palms flat. We're going to roll forward, up dog, dropping those hips down, looking up. And then exhale, down dog. Let's do that again, rolling forward, gazing up, exhaling back. Last one to do, up dog when you're ready. Very good. Exhale, down dog. Drop those knees down. Relax the toes. Take that roll through the body. Heading to that right, that left side. Closing the eyes here. Taking your time. A little check-in of the joints. Release that jaw, that tongue. And reverse your circle the opposite way, feeling into every part of the body. Keeping your circle slow. One more breath. And then coming back into that table. Tucking the toes down dog when you're ready. Take that walk, that step, that jump, top of the mat, and fold. Inhale, coming up, reaching up, palms together. We're going to exhale to the heart, closing the eyes, hands to the heart center. Taking this moment for gratitude, something in your life. Maybe something that you don't generally give any acknowledgement to. Feeling that gratitude growing in your body, expanding outwards. Starting to include more things in your life that you are grateful for. And as you stand in Tadasana, coming back to the present moment. Feeling that weight in the heels, maybe sometimes feeling stuck in the past. And then feeling that weight in the toes, maybe feeling worry for the future. And now feeling that weight evenly in the feet. Feeling those roots grounding you down into your yoga mat this morning. Fully present. Welcoming this new day. Feeling alive. Let's inhale, breathing in, reaching up. And exhaling, folding back down over the toes. We send the spine long, step back, right foot and our left into our plank. We're going to take that slow lower down all the way to the mat. Let's breathe into our cobra and exhale into our downward dog. Take that right leg back, three-legged dog, squeeze it back, toes pointing down. And then step it forward, top of the mat, staying on the back foot, bringing up the arms, reaching up. You may want your block here. We're going to drop right hand inside edge of that right foot, stretch long with that left arm. Push back into that left heel. And then drop that left hand down and reach long with that right arm. Frame that right foot. Step it back to plank. Take that slow lower down to your mat. That roll back into your cobra. And that exhale into your down dog. Send the left leg long, toes pointing down. We're going to step forward, top of the mat, left foot, back into that lunge, long arms. Pushing back into that right heel, making sure that left knee is not over the ankle. Maybe you need to now block as we drop our left hand to our mat, our block, right arm long. Reversing right hand down, left arm long. Frame that left foot, step it back to your plank, your power pose. Holding here. Drop your knees down, relax your toes, send your chin down to your mat and push back into those arms. We're going to do that again. Pushing up strong. And we've got one more to do. Pushing long. Head into your down dog when you're ready, sending the heels back. Relax the head, take that inhalation into the tummy. And that sigh out of the mouth, let it go. Once more, inhale in. And sigh it out. Take a step to the side of your yoga mat. Come into a deep squat. You can always sit on your yoga block if you need. From here, we're going to keep the right hand down. We're going to send that left arm long. Maybe looking up if it feels okay. Plant that left hand, reach long with the right. Hand back down, start to straighten those legs. Turning the toes forward, folding down. Inhale, reach it up. Palms come back together. Exhale, take the arms behind you, link those fingers, pull those shoulders back. And as you exhale, fold forward. Send those hands high, relaxing the head and the neck. Once again, if you need that sigh, that release of letting go, take it now. Release your hands back down to your mat. We're going to take a walk forwards all of the way back into our plank. Adjust our feet, hands under the shoulders. Drop the knees, head into your Balasana. Forehead down. Take that little roll of the forehead here. Releasing any tension, anything you're storing. Last time, down dog, pushing back. We're going to step right foot top of the mat. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Come back into your high lunge, your warrior one, bringing those arms up. And then plant that left foot down, come into warrior two. So right hand is forward, left hand is back. We're going to reach with that right hand, drop it maybe to our block, maybe to our mat. And this time that left arm is long. Inhale, back to warrior two. Turn that right palm up, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Reach with that right hand, drop it back to your mat. Maybe that left arm is long once again, or maybe you're binding the arms through the legs, pulling that right shoulder back. Peeling that left shoulder up to the ceiling. One more breath. Release whatever version you had back to your warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Hands to your hips. Turn that right foot in. That left foot out. Hips are going to stay forward. We're bending into that left knee. Arms along. Maybe grabbing your block here so you have it alongside that left foot if you need. We're going to reach left hand, plant it down, block or mat. Right arm is long. Coming back into your warrior two. Not moving that front leg. Turning that palm upwards, reaching with that left hand and reversing your warrior. Keeping that bend in that front leg. Maybe looking up towards that left arm. Challenging your balance a little. And then back into that warrior two. We're reaching again, left hand back down, maybe our block, maybe our mat, maybe that right arm is long, or we're taking that bind on the opposite side, linking the fingers, pulling that right shoulder back, left shoulder down. Making sure we're not holding the breath. Last time, warrior two. I'm sure we can feel that front leg. We're going to straighten, hands back to the hips, turning the toes in. Well done. Let's turn the heels towards each other. Bend into our goddess knees. Oh, my knees are clicking away. We're going to breathe in, bring the arms up. So our legs are going to be like that tree trunk. They're not going to move, but our upper body is. We're going to head over to our right side. So you're going to feel this into your waist. Plant those feet down. Tree trunk is not moving, just the branches. Reaching over to the right. We're going to inhale back to center, stretch out of that waist. And we're going to head over to our left side. That back is straight, we're not collapsing forward. We're lengthening down that right side. Last one, back to center, goddess arms, splay those fingers. Delve deeper into that squat. And let's just finish with a left arm and a right arm. Left, right, last one, left and right. Hands back to those hips, straighten those legs. Step the feet in, grab some water, gals, if you need it. Give those legs a little shake. And then we're just going to do one balancing pose before we come down onto our mats. So when you're ready, come back down, feet together, hands onto those hips. So I'll turn. So we're going to take the weight onto that right leg. So really come back to grounding that foot into your mat. I want you to find something to hold your gaze. So something just in front of you or in the distance that's not moving. And we're going to kick back and hold on to our left ankle. Now remember, you always have the option of bringing your hand onto something if you need it today. Every day is different. We're going to head into our dancer pose. So we start to kick back that left leg into our hand and we bring up that right arm. We're not folding too far forward, it's a slight tilt. Holding our gaze. Very good. Last breath. Find that steadiness. Excellent, everyone. Release that knee, hands back to the hips, and just take a moment here. No rush. We spend enough of our time rushing around. We're not rushing our practice. We're going to start to feel that weight into the left foot now. So just feel that the left foot is grounding down. The right foot feels lighter. We're going to kick back that right leg, take hold of the ankle. Find that balance, that steadiness. And then start to bring up that left arm as you kick back into your right hand. Doesn't matter if you wobble, if you fall, you just come back into it. Make sure you're not holding your breath. One more breath. Very good. And release. Excellent. Let's come back onto our knees, down on our yoga mat. And then from here, just sit back on your hands, fingertips pointing forwards, and just lift your knees off if that's comfortable. It's going to be stretching the front of your foot. If it's really not okay, even this is a stretch into the front of the foot. If you want it a little stronger, you squeeze your knees together so the knees are touching and you lift off the knees from your mat. And you're going to feel that down the front of the foot and the ankle joint. Taking one more breath. We never really think about stretching our feet. Let's come back down. I'm going to get you to come onto your hands. Step into a plank. Last one, I promise. Pulling away from your mat. Hands under the shoulders. Feeling all of the muscles working. Where can you feel this pose? So much is happening in the body. Strengthening the whole of the body. From the toes down to the fingers. We're going to take 2 more breaths. As always, you can always come out sooner. And we're going to take a slow lower to our mat. So I don't want you to rush it. I know it's challenging. The chin starts to come down. We bend at the elbows and we hold. We're not collapsing. And then we go a little further and we hold. And then a little more. And then all the way down to our mat. Maybe that sigh out of the mouth, but we're finally there. We're going to send our right arm out in line with our right shoulder. Now, anyone that has shoulder issues, just be careful with this asana. Make sure it's comfortable. Take your time. Our left hand is our lever. We're rolling onto our right ear. Maybe we're stacking the toes or the feet on top of each other. Maybe that feels just enough today. Or maybe you're sending that left hand behind, or sorry, not left hand, left foot behind you, which just intensifies that stretch a little more. So listen to the body. Where do you want to go? Where does it feel good? Once you're there, just close your eyes. Stay in that spot, releasing down that right shoulder blade. I'm going to take 2 more breaths. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. Cold coming. 1 more breath. And when we come out, it's a slow release back down to our mat. Bring the hands alongside you, alongside your legs. Separate the feet a little, and we're going to inhale the chin, the chest, and the arms and the legs off of our yoga mat. So imagine you're flying, you're squeezing back the glutes, the arms, the legs. Make sure you're not crunching into the neck, so we don't want to lift the head up too high. The gaze is to our mat. And you're just peeling away, like you're trying not to touch your yoga mat. We're holding, we're squeezing, we're engaging those muscles. Really good for strengthening the back. 2 more breaths. Last one. And we exhale all the way back down to the mat. We want our legs to come back together, toes together. And this time it's that left arm out to the side of your mat in line with your shoulder. Right arm is that lever as you push yourself up onto your left ear. Maybe the toes are stacked, maybe that right foot is coming back if you've space. Into that left shoulder now. Breathing down that left side. Last breath here. And then you're going to take that gentle roll back to the centre of your mat. And the arms are going to come back alongside you. We're going to shift the feet and the legs back together. We're going to send the hands behind, linking your fingers if you can. Sending your palms together if you can as well. So we're already pulling those shoulders back. You can just stay here. Or we're going to start to do the same with the chin coming up, the chest. The arms are already up and we're going to peel off the feet. So once again, try not to touch our yoga mat, pulling away from it. Squeezing back those shoulder blades, engaging the arms. Hands away from the body. Keep those toes and feet touching. 1 more breath. And it's a slow exhale and release back down to your yoga mat. Let's turn the left ear down onto our mat and just close the eyes. No tension in the arms, no tension in the legs, just stretching into the neck here. Bring the chin back to centre. We're going to do Dharandasana bow pose. So we're going to kick back. We're going to take hold of our ankles. Again, you have that option of just staying where you are. You're still getting the shoulder stretch. You're still stretching the thighs. If you want to come further, once again, chin Chest and thighs come off the yoga mat, so you're pulling away from your mat. Again, you don't want to lift the head up too high, you don't want to crunch into the back of the neck. Just keep your gaze low. Very good. Squeezing into the glutes, really pushing the hands or the feet into the hands, creating that bow shape with the body. I'm going to stay 2 more breaths. We always can come out sooner. 1 more breath. And we slowly, slowly lower back down to our mat. Release the arms, release the legs, and turn that right ear onto the mat to relax your shoulders. Let everything go. Just finding your breath. Send that chin back down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up. And we're going to swing round once again through the body. So the hands are long. We're rolling around. Easing out any last kinks of tension. Drawing big circles. Making sure we reverse that circle the opposite way. Taking 2 more circles. 1 more. And then coming back up. We're going to need our yoga block. And if you have any knee issues, you may want a rolled up blanket under the knees because we are going to be kneeling. So always take that support if you need. We're going to be resting high up on our knees. So have a little bit of distance. We don't want the knees together. And we're going to have our block on our right side. So we're going to drop our right hand down to our block. So we start to lengthen into our left side. And we're going to send that left arm over. So obviously if it's really uncomfortable on knees, if there's any issues there, you just cross your legs and come to a seated version. I'm going to get you to come back up, send your left hand down the outer edge of your left thigh and reach long with the right arm. So again, the legs are not moving, so we're not pushing into the hip. We want to keep the hips in line. Every exhalation may be delving a little deeper. And then release right hand back down to your block. Send your left foot out. Push away into that heel and then stretch long with that arm. We're going to bend a little deeper into that right elbow now. And then this time dropping that left hand down, maybe to the toes, maybe to the calf. And we're going to send that right arm long. And if you want to, you can sit back here if that feels good. Or you can stay up. So you decide, where do you want to be? Holding, maybe delving deeper if that feels comfortable. One more breath. Releasing out whatever version you've come to, bending back into the knees. So you should feel that energy flowing down that side particularly. We want to swap sides, so our block's going to move over to our left leg. Hips are going to stay forward to start. We're dropping our left hand down onto our block. Make any adjustments you need, and then reach long with that right arm. So make sure you're not dipping into your lower back. You want to push those hips forward a little, not overly, but just a fraction. Every exhalation may be delving deeper as the muscles release. And we're going to reverse. So that right hand is dropping down outer edge of the leg, and that left arm is long. If any time you need to change the kneeling, do so. Always listen. We're going to send that left hand back to our block. We're going to send that heel out. Keep the hip in line with the knee to start, and then stretch over. Maybe bend into that left arm a little, right arm long. Opening all down that side body this morning. Coming back up, maybe reaching for that right foot, or bring your hand onto your calf muscle. Couldn't find my foot then. And then send that left arm long. You can stay just where you are, or you can sit down. Just make sure we're not collapsing forward. We still want to stay open. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more. And release out. Knees back in. Remove your block. We're going to come onto our backs. So let's come down. Keep your block handy and keep your yoga strap handy as well. Come all the way down. Lying on the back. We're going to start with our block. So take a bend into the legs, heels down, feet down. Just make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips so you know that they're in the right position for our bridge pose. We're going to take our block, place it between the knees. And I want you to squeeze into your block with your knees. Arms are going to stay exactly where they are alongside the body. And when you're ready, it's a slow push up, releasing the spine from the mat, coming up, squeezing your yoga block, really engaging the inner thighs. Holding, keep squeezing. Maybe you can feel a little bit of shaking now. Those muscles are working. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Keep squeezing that block. And then it's a slow exhale all the way back down. Take your time. Release your block. My thighs were really shaking there. Let's squeeze our knees in. Bring the head up to the knees. Send the hands out, palms facing each other. Right leg long. And let's alternate. If you need to drop your head, you do so. Working through the core, keeping the movement slow with control. Two more. 1 more. Knees back in, drop the head down. Squeeze the knees in. Drop the feet to the mat. Take that link back into your hands. Place your hands under your head, elbows resting on the floor. Draw the feet together and knees together. Lift off the glutes, shift a little to the right, and then cross the right leg over the left and drop the knees over to the left side. Trying to keep those elbows down on the mat. You can turn your head if you want to. I prefer mine facing center today, but every day is different. Breathing all the way down the spine. As that breath travels, let it release anything you're holding. Very slowly make your way back to center with the legs, uncross, come back to that shift into the middle of the mat, and then pick up and shift a little over to the left. Left leg over the right, and we're dropping the knees to that right side. You can always grab your block to support them, your pillow, your bolster, whatever you have. Give one more breath. And we're going to come back to center. We've run out of time with our straps. I'm going to get you just to come into Shavasana, so we do a slightly longer relaxation. So grab anything you need, any warmth, any comfort. As you come down, lying on your back. If you'd like another drop of your oil, always take some in the palm of the hand once again and breathe that oil in. Or apply it to somewhere that's needed. Just making yourself fully comfortable. If you're using your oil just the same way, a few drops in the palm, offering the palms over the nose and just inhaling. The oil gets to work in seconds into the body as we inhale it in. And then just find that place of stillness. Letting everything go. And maybe this is the only time that you find stillness in your day today. So you want to fully absorb it. How good does it feel just not to move or do anything? Just being, absorbing the practice, the energy it's created, freedom in the body, freedom in the mind. And I'm just going to go quiet now and let you absorb that. If you do find your mind is already wanting to wander off into the future, just bring it back with the breath. ready, just start to now be aware of any sounds outside of the body. Start to gently move the fingers and the toes. Take that stretch, that movement, whatever you need to bring yourself back up. Let's bring our hands back to our heart, back to that feeling of gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for, even in times of stress and worry. There's always lessons to be learned. Let's bow to Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.